This lesson is on section 7.3 titled Area of Composite Figures. So we've already kind of learned how to find the area of different polygons, and what we're going to do now is we're going to take the area of the different polygons and kind of add them together. So to find the area of composite figures, we're going to separate the figures into shapes whose areas that you know how to find, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add these up and then find the sum of these areas. And I just wanted to highlight some areas, formulas that we already know. We already know the area of a parallelogram, the area of a triangle, trapezoid, and circle. So we're going to focus on these formulas here when we're going to find the area of composite figures. And just that word composite, that just means multiple figures that are put together. So let's go straight into an example here. The first example says find the area of the composite figures. So you can see that the picture that I have here is kind of a shape that has multiple figures together. So kind of we have a semicircle here that's kind of like half a circle. And then we have a trapezoid right there. And then we kind of look at this little tiny triangle over here. Because it's so small, we're going to kind of just like forget that it's even there. Any shape that's really tiny, that's pretty insignificant, we're going to kind of just pretend it's not there, because when we're finding the area of these composite figures, we're just trying to find a rough estimate of what this area would be. So let's first focus on the semicircle. So we know the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. And so because it's a semicircle, it's half a circle, we're just going to divide that in half, okay? So let's plug in the numbers that we need. So we know pi, so we have 3.14 times my radius. Again, my radius is from one end of the circle to the center point. So it's right, I should use a different color, right here. Okay, so half of 14 is going to be 7, so we're going to take 7, and then we're going to square it, and then we're going to divide this all by 2. And then we're just solving this formula here. So what I can do is follow orders of operations. So I'm going to do 3.14 times, 7 to the second power is 49, and then all that divided by 2. And then we solve that out, it's going to be about 77 inches to the second power. Okay, so I'm going to keep that to the side. So that's my semicircle. Now I'm going to find my trapezoid. And I know my area of my trapezoid, let's draw a trapezoid here, is I'm going to take the bases and I'm going to add them. And then I'm going to multiply that by its height. And then I'm going to divide it in half, cut it in half, okay? And again, this is just from the previous lessons that we should know this already. So from here, I'm going to I'm going to add my bases. So this is a base here, and this is a base here. So I'm going to add my bases, so it's going to be 14 plus 18. And I'm going to multiply that by my height. My height is going to be 10. That's this height right here. And then I'm going to divide it in half, or cut it in half. Again, please follow order of operations. Please do everything in the numerator first, and then divide it by our denominator second, okay? And when you solve that out, you're going to get 160 inches squared. So then all we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to combine we're going to take 77 plus 160. So our area is about, and I'm going to use that sign as about, 237 inches squared. So again, we're going to eliminate that insignificant piece there. We're going to find the area of the semicircle, find the area of the trapezoid, and add them together. My last example, again, I have another picture here. The shape is a little bit different. We have a square, and then we also have a triangle. This triangle is pretty significant in this picture. It's a lot bigger than the last one. So again, that question is to find the area of the composite figures. So I know the area of a square, so I'm going to multiply my base times my height. Okay, So I know my base, and then you should know with a square, the base and the height should be the exact same. So 9 times 9, and that should be super easy, 81, and it's going to be feet squared as my units. And my area of my triangle is I'm going to take my base times my height, but then I'm going to chop it in half. Okay, so I have my base is right here, is 6. My height, which is 9, and then I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, so we're going to take 9 times 6 is 54, divided by 2 is going to be 27 feet squared. So then I'm going to take my 81 feet squared and my 27 feet squared. I'm going to add them up, and that's going to get me 108 feet to the second power. Again, to find the area of composite figures, we're going to separate the figure into the different shapes, and then find those areas of the different shapes and add those areas together. That's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching.